Hello, this is Padge, and I have a question for you on this lovely Friday. Do you want to rock?
I wanna rock!
This is a game called Rockstar by a company called Wizard Games. It was originally released in 1989, and in it, what do? You try and get famous by singing songs, taking drugs, and generally doing rock-starry type things. So before we crack on, I want to forewarn you. This game contains a lot of drug taking, and as a guy in his early 30s, I have to take the responsible sort of tone here and say
drugs are bad. You shouldn't do drugs. If you do them, you're bad, because drugs are bad. Okay, it's a bad thing to do drugs, so don't be bad by doing drugs. Okay, that'd be bad. Drugs are bad.
But with that taken into account, I'll let Bill Hicks say what I think about this. He said it the best.
I have taken drugs before, and I had a real good time. Sorry. Didn't murder anybody, didn't rob anybody, didn't rape anybody, didn't beat anybody, didn't lose one fucking job, laughed my ass off, and went about my day.
Right, now we've got that out of the way, let's read the starting page to this game. Those mesmerising new age hypnotists, Wizard Games, proudly, no, extravagantly present for your amusement and amazement, bewilderment and confusion, their latest psychedelic extravaganza, Rockstar! Welcome to the wonderful world of Wizard Games. You have never seen anything like this before. We don't waste your money on fancy packaging and glossy advertising. We won't insult your intelligence with childish, graphic challenges. We just write unique games that you will become addicted to, where nothing is ever the same twice. You are now entering the world of your own imagination, where nothing can be taken for granted. So beware. Now, it is a sort of choose your own adventure type game. You start with your own band, you chill out, you write songs, you go gigging, you record albums and singles, you make music videos. Did I say you do drugs? And you just get wrecked basically and get as famous as you can. It's an awesome game, but it is also a very difficult game. It's quite difficult to get to the top of the charts and stay alive. The taking drugs things does come into this quite a lot. So with that in mind, as a slight disclaimer, let's crack on. So you want to be a rock and roll star? Yes, we do. Do you want to load an existing game? No, you don't. So you want to be a rock and roll star? Well, listen now to what I say. Just get yourself an electric guitar and find some time to learn how to play. And in a week or two, well, that's what this game is all about. Sex, drugs and rock and roll. You have learned to play and got a band together. And now you are chasing the big time. You want to be a megastar, to top the world popularity polls and to achieve #1 records everywhere. To achieve this, you must work hard, tour extensively, spend lots of time and money in recording studios and video studios, do radio and TV sessions and interviews, and generally plan a campaign for world domination. Of course, you will also find time to enjoy yourself. There will be groupies and parties and holidays and plenty of opportunity for overindulgence, but you mustn't overdo it or you'll end up in hospital or even dead. Luckily, your manager, Dodgy Sam, your band and your friends, with a question mark next to it, are there to give you loving advice and protection. But are you up to it all? Can you cope with the music business and be a rock band and be a rock star in a rock band? No, Justin Bieber style hijinks here. It's hardcore or not at all. What skill level do you want to play at? No, I've just said hardcore or not at all. I can't actually play this game at anything above a 2. because it's absolutely ridiculous, the actual difficulty of this game. So we're just going to go for 2, which is a novice. By all means, download this game and try it at a harder difficulty level. Good luck to you. That's all I'll say on that. You don't seem to be able to get too far. So what is going to be the stage name for the band? Well, it's going to have to be Palico. Nice and simple. Sounds almost sort of acid rocky, I think, Palico. I'm not saying sort of, you know, along the same lines of, say, Pink Floyd or anything like that, but Palico just rolls off the tongue. It's nice, it's nice. Do you want to change any other artists' names? Now, I've had this game for a long time. This game's actually followed me around from computer to computer since I was in my late teens when I first discovered this. So I've actually changed all these band names before. Usually you get a whole load of random names which are just made up. I actually went to the effort of putting all the names of the bands I liked and bigger bands which everyone should know into this a long time ago. So let's have a look. So do I want to change any of the artists' names? Yes. And there we go. So there should be some bands in here you know, some you don't. So we've got Nirvana, Pearl Jam, you know, the classics, Libertines, Peaches, the Peaches, Mouldy Peaches, I think that was, I couldn't fit it in. The Lars, you know, they're all here. Even classics like Free, and I think, yeah, I've got Aerosmith here, in here. The Doors, there's loads. But the nice thing about it is you can edit it for yourself. So if you want something else, or if you want to put Justin Bieber in here, if you want to start taking drugs with Justin Bieber, then by all means do so. But not for me, not for me. So we shall leave it at that. Now, as you can see, you do have a few options when we play this. You can laze around for a while, you can write songs and practice, you can gig, record a single or album, go on a holiday, visit your doctor, consult an analyst if you start getting a bit mental, and then unwind in a sanatorium if you are mental. Generally, what you need to do here is keep your creativity high and your health high, and usually that means taking drugs for creativity, but it will affect your health, and then getting healthy again, which affects your creativity. So it's a constant balancing act. Sometimes it goes better than others. Now, before I press anything, I want to forewarn you, because this came out in 1989, the sound effects are all PC speaker based, and for that reason I'm putting some groovy music over the top of this. But for the first time that I do something in this game, like take drugs, the sounds are going to go mental, and I'm going to turn it up a little bit, not too much. I'm just forewarning you because it's likely to blow your ears out. It's absolutely ridiculous, the sound. So it will be turned down low, just enough for you to be able to hear it. So what should we do? Let's write some songs and practice. You are doing nothing. What do we want to do now? Let's write some more songs. You are offered a place on the US networked New Features TV program next week. Do you want to do this? Yes, I do. Your booking is confirmed. Oh, now what did that say? If we press F6, we can go to info, which gives you a little bit box. Oh, can't see. Okay, well, I presume it went well. We can check, actually, if we go back. Feedback from fans. So yeah, it must have gone well. We've picked up a little tiny bar for America, which is all good. And let's have a look at our personal state. So our health and creativity is okay at the moment. Happiness is sort of in lieu with the creativity. That needs to be good. And alertness, I haven't really found much use on keeping that other than high. I don't think you suffer too much from it being low. Maybe you take more drugs or anything. Now, there are a lot of drugs in this, as I've said. I keep saying, I'm just trying to forewarn you guys. Too many drugs in this game. And you can get addicted. And you can either choose to take more drugs or less drugs, or you can go to the sanatorium and sort of detox, which is what that's used for. But I'm jumping ahead of myself. I'm sure you'll see that in time. So let's write some more. And we shall write some more. And we're just, because our creativity is high, it's good to be writing now. And write some more. And write some more. Your drummer recommends you take some heroin. Do you accept? So I have a junkie drummer. How is he going to keep the beat if he's on that stuff? Oh, ridiculous. No, we don't want the black tar, thank you. So let's check how much money we've got, because we've been playing for 8 weeks and we haven't really done a lot. A few thousand quid. We're not doing too bad. We don't have to gig yet. It might be worth gigging though. Get ourselves out in the local area. We can afford Europe. No, we haven't really got any sort of fan base bar from America, so we won't push ourselves at the moment. We'll stick to the local area. Dodgy Sam can arrange gigs in the following types of venues, and we'll stick to pubs and clubs. We've got plenty of money now. You can play for longer, but the longer you go out on the road for, the more it affects your health. So, but obviously you don't get as much money, and more things can happen to you whilst you're on the road. Like there's little random things which can happen. So you've got to balance that out as well. We're not desperate for money, but we could do with the feedback from the local area fans. Let's go for 6 weeks. 6 weeks I think is a good number. You're invited to a mate's place to take some marijuana. Do you accept? Well, yeah, of course. Why not? It's only dope. Ooh. Marijuana can distort your perception. That's very true. That's very true. Now, I turned it up a little bit there. I turned down the volume and I turned up that just so you could experience that. That gets a lot worse, that sound. And that's why it shall stay low from here on in. And I'm sorry if I just blew your ears out. Your keyboard player offers you some amphetamines. Do you accept? Do I want any speed? Are we on the tour yet? No, we're not. Usually if you take drugs on tour, it keeps your creativity high and you make better shows for people, which makes your popularity go up. But we're not on tour at the moment, so no, I do not want the speed. Dodgy Sam says you have been offered the chance to support Jimi Hendrix on their 7-week tour of large halls in the local area starting 3 weeks' time. He says you will get your expenses paid but no money for this, and it could be good for your popularity. Who am I to turn down a tour with Jimi Hendrix? Accept. Your percussionist wants you to share some amphetamines. Do you accept? Right. So do I have a drummer and a percussionist in Palico? Yes, I do. He is purely playing the cowbell. My percussionist is my cowbell player. Every band needs a cowbell player. So yes, Mr. Cowbell player, let's take some speed. The amphetamines makes things a bit fuzzy. A presenter on ZTV asked if you'd like some LSD. Do you accept? Yes, I do accept the LSD. Let's take that. Okay. Your guitarist recommends you take some amphetamines. Do you accept? I don't think we're on tour yet, and we've no more speed today, thank you. Good applause, several people. Whoopsie. Everything goes a bit strange on LSD, supposedly. Your van is stolen with all your equipment inside. Luckily, you are insured and can get replacements. Jeez, that's not too lucky. Dodgy Sam says he can arrange a week of promotional appearances at record shops in the UK for next week. Do you want to do this? Well, yeah, it's free publicity, isn't it? The audience is pretty warm. Limp Bizkit's accountant asks if you would like some marijuana. Do you accept? Yes, Mr. Accountant. Give me the drugs. Oh. There was a disappointing lack of admiration. Right. Wow. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'm taking a little bit too much LSD right now. 3 encores, so I'm doing alright. A news reporter for the local radio station asked if you'd like some marijuana. Do you accept? I think we better just check to see what our drug intake is at the moment. It's all occasional. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we shall accept more marijuana. You like feeling decadent for a while. Your 12 large halls in the local area supporting Jimi Hendrix is finished. And we've got some decent feedback off of that. We're halfway up the bar, which is fantastic. And how are we doing for money? Because we didn't make anything on that last tour. A few £100. We're definitely going to have to gig for ourselves. How is our well-being? Our health is halfway. That's not too good. A few £100. What should we do? Let's laze around. I think that takes our health up a little. Yeah, a little. Jefferson Airplane's manager asks if you would like some marijuana. Do you accept? Yes, feed my head. That was a Jefferson Airplane there. Okay. LSD again, I presume? Marijuana. Wow, that's as bad as LSD. What do I want to do now? My health, it's a little bit up. My creativity's down. Yeah, we'll later on a bit more. Dodgy Sam says he can arrange a week of promotional appearances at record shops in the UK for next week. Do you want to do this? Yes, we do. And we'll laser around once more. Just take that extra chunk up, and let's gig. And we'll do the local area because we can't afford anything else. We're fairly popular in the local area. We could probably fill medium halls, but it's going to cost more. So I can either do pubs and clubs for longer, or medium halls for shorter, because more fans go to medium halls, which makes sense. So we'll do that, and we shall go for 5 weeks. Nice round number. Your keyboard player asks if you would like some LSD. Do you accept? And that's going to be in the next 2 weeks for the tour. So no more acid for you. Keyboard player says you are very boring. Dodgy Sam says that you have been offered the chance to support Stupid on their 7-week tour of stadiums in the local area starting in 4 weeks' time. He advises you not to do it as you will get no money and you are desperately needing some. Now, I said I'd put all the names of the bands in. There are still some random ones within the game which you can't change, and I presume this is one of them, because personally I've never heard of a band called Stupid. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I would presume they're a punk band, but I don't know. So no, I do not know who you are, and I do not care. 2 dance support tour, and we gig in. Noisy crowd, quite enthusiastic reception, righteous reception, everybody leaping about. Things are going good. You are invited to a wild party by a spokesman for a national radio station. Do you agree to go? Well, yeah. Plenty of applause, everybody leaping about. Your saxophonist wants you to share some marijuana. Do you accept? I do. Ooh. Your percussionist wants you to take some amphetamines. Do you accept? We're still on tour, so yeah. 2 encores, a very good audience, the crowd is very excited. The clinic tells you that you have VD. You are put on a course of penicillin. Brilliant. The audience are quite wild on Thursday's gig. Dodgy Sam wants you to share some amphetamines. Well, I am on some medication right now for the VD. Do I want to take some no, I'm taking penicillin. Do I want to take some amphetamines? Yeah, I do. In a mad fit, you smash your equipment on stage, and this costs you £1,000 in replacements. Quite a few people enjoying you. The tour of medium halls in the local area is finished, so that went pretty well. What did the grapevine say? This is what the local magazines and whatnot think of you. Well, magazines in general, it doesn't have to be local. A hack from a teeny pop magazine reviewing one of your performances in the local area says some excellent moments, which is good. That's good. A writer from a yuppie magazine reviewing one of your performances in the local area says a sound performance. The gossip columnist in the News of the Screws reviewing one of your performances in the local area says could be better but quite enjoyable. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. What's our money situation? A few £1,000. Nice. And what is our health like? We're doing alright. So we've got a few £1,000. In fact, that's my bad. Let's have a quick look at our popularity. Let's gig again, but we can go to we've lost our popularity in America now. There's no point doing that. Let's go to the UK and we'll keep it to pubs and clubs. Start small. And I think for maximum exposure, seeing as we're doing okay at the moment, well, we're going to go for 9 weeks. We'll go for 8 weeks. See what happens. You're invited to your guitarist place to take some LSD. Do you accept? And we're rehearsing for our forthcoming tour of the UK. No. I take enough on tour. Thank you. You are as boring as Garbage's percussionist. Your bassist wants you to share some heroin. Do you accept? Stay off the skag. No. Your percussionist recommends you take some heroin. Do you accept? Leave me alone. Terribly unintelligent. Okay. Nobody turns up. A few drunks dance to you. Oh, stop pushing the black on me. What was that for? Well, you asked for it. It must have been a flashback. The gossip columnist in Music Month recommends that you take some LSD. Do you accept? Yeah. Lots of smiling faces. Your lover offers you some cocaine. Do you accept? Well, my lover. Yeah, why not? Let's do some Charlie. Ooh. Cocaine in your brain. Lots of smiling faces. Your keyboard player wants you to share some amphetamines. Do you accept? Yeah, we're still on tour. Let's do it. Oh, you are offered a 1-year recording contract with Small Time Records with an advance of £13,000 and a good royalty rate. Dodgy Sam says it's up to you. It's just a 1-year recording contract. £13,000 up front, which is nice. Now, the only thing with signing up to a record contract is they can make you tour. So legal advice here says, a record contract. You don't need one to record and release your own records, but a good record company will give you a large cash advance and will promote your records more effectively, and may also be prepared to lend you further money to finance recording and touring. However, you can't get out of a contract until it expires, and the record company may try to manipulate you. It's only a year though, isn't it? And we're already near the end of our first year. We're in week 40 at the moment, and that went pretty quick. And if it can get us out there, yeah, why not? Why not? The thing is, with Dodgy Sam, if it's a bad deal, he'll tell you it's a bad deal. And the fact he says it's up to you, it means it's obviously a decent enough deal to not put him off. So, yeah, let's do it. Well done. Well done. Fairly cold response. No to the heroin. You're invited to a percussionist place to take some LSD. Do you accept? Yes, I do. Things go a bit strange on LSD. So we didn't do too bad. We built up our following a little. We should always check our health after coming back off tour. Again, we're doing okay. Creativity is high as well. It might be a good time to go into the studio and do a single. Your manager Dodgy Sam says you can afford to record a single, an album, or alternatively you can just practice and write songs. Let's do a single. So we can record at the Rambling Manor Residential, which is a 32-track studio, or Albert Road, very classy, for 64 tracks. Well, we don't need to borrow any money. We're saying that, I think we're okay for money. A few £1,000. We wouldn't be offered Albert Road if we couldn't afford it now. So, but it is only our first single. So let's just do Rambling Manor. I think that's the best one. Dodgy Sam says he can arrange a Radio Zero session next week. Do you want to do this? Yep, free publicity. Oh, it's the marijuana again. I've been looking at the grapevine. A Sunday pay-per-view of one of your gigs in the UK says a few good numbers and 1 or 2 new ideas. And the Teeny Bot magazine review of one of your gigs in the UK says a few good numbers and 1 or 2 new ideas. Must be the same reviewer. Your best friend asked if you would like some cocaine. Do you accept? Yes, I do. Oh. Well. Maybe I shouldn't have taken that cocaine. Never mind. After many a squabble, your recording is finished. Godfrey Cream says another adequate session. The final master sounds horribly excruciating to you. You despise it. Dodgy Sam says it is not bad. What do you want to call the single? From the bottom. Oh, you are finished with Godfrey Cream and the Rambling Manor Residential Studios. My menu's gone a bit weird. Let's have a look at our info and our personal state. And in between the flashing, I can see we're doing okay. Our health's okay. How much money do we have? How much money do we have? What's our drugs actually? What's our drug intake? Is there anything we're doing too much? Amphetamines is very regular. That is not very good. So let's cut down a bit on amphetamines. What does that say? Your craving for the drug overcomes your good intentions. You drug fiend! You are unable to give it up. So we may have a bit of a speed addiction right now. Okay, well if I can't cut down on amphetamines, can we cut down on marijuana? We can, right. Well, we're going up with the amphetamines, the cocaine's an up, marijuana's are down, boozes are down, LSD's a scribbly one in between. Let's drop the coke. Let's give up coke. Okay, I can live with that. I think I can carry on having a speed addiction as long as I don't do the Charlie all the time. So with that in mind, oh, we can make a video. Let's make a video. Dodgy Sam says you can afford the following video directors, or you can borrow money from your record company and use better studios. So we have One Hand Fred, best avoided, Tricky James, pretty dodgy, Gorgeous George, promising newcomer, or R. Terence Conman, well regarded. I think we'll go for the promising newcomer. We'll both make a bit of leeway in this, I feel. It'll be a mutual benefit to us both. Oh, there we go. Video is complete. It looks quite reasonable, almost innovative. See, I knew the young whippersnapper was the one to go for. And let's see how much cash we got left now. A few £1,000. Let's go on holiday. I think we need a holiday. So we can go to sunny Britain, Froggy Land, the Mediterranean, Africa, India, or Paradise Island. We can afford Paradise Island. Let's not overindulge too early. Let's just go to the Mediterranean. How many weeks holiday are you going to take in the Mediterranean? Dodgy Sam says you can afford a maximum of 9 weeks, so we can max it out if we want. I think just a month will be good enough. You're getting bored with the Mediterranean. Lots of sex to be had in the Mediterranean. This cheers you up. You're getting bored with the Mediterranean. You return from your holiday feeling ready for a new burst of activity. And we've done alright. Our creativity is up, our health is up, our happiness is fantastic. Critics in the local area generally are chuffed with your new single, From the Bottom. Awesome. Let's pop to the docs and see what he says. You are quite healthy, really. Get more exercise. That's fine. That's fine. What about the analyst? You seem to be quite a creative genius. You are quite alert and on the ball. Now we can go to drug rehab. Should we go to drug rehab? No, we're doing all right. We're riding the crest of that wave at the moment. Dodgy Sam says he can finance gigs in the following areas. And we might as well go back to the UK and we'll play medium halls, and we'll go for 6 weeks in medium halls. Some groupies ask you to a way out party. Do you agree to go? Yeah, why not? Before we do that though, critics in the UK generally are pleased with your new single, From the Bottom. A DJ on the local TV station describes the record as alright. I'll go with that. There's a lot of drug taking at the party. Dodgy Sam says that you've been offered the chance to support Ozzy Osbourne on their 6-week tour of large halls in the UK starting in 3 weeks' time. He said you'll be paid very little for this tour, but it could be worth it for the publicity. God damn right, I'm going to accept that support tour. Oops. Whoa, hang on. You have passed out from an overdose of amphetamines. You've been taken to hospital. The doctors say your recovery will take several weeks. You are put under sedation after you sexually assaulted a nurse. You are under sedation after sexually assaulted a nurse again. The doctors say you are... What was that? Doctors say you are a horribly excruciating patient. You don't enjoy the nurses. They are not sexy enough. You are operated on. The operation causes further complications. You condemn the hospital. You are released from the hospital. So our health is back up. Our happiness is down. So if I've been in hospital, I presume I haven't been able to get amphetamines. Yeah, fairly regular. Can we cut down on the speed? Yes. That's good. I can live with that. I can live with that. So at least we're not addicted anymore. So what's our money like now then? It seems we have to end the tour and I can't support Ozzy anymore. A few £100. We're definitely going to have to gig. Let's go back to the local area and do medium hauls because they like us there. And we better gig for 8 weeks. A mate asks if you would like some marijuana. Do you accept? Yes, I do. And everybody's leaping about, so looking good. Your lover asks if you would like some cocaine. Yes, we do. Fairly cold, noisy crowd. Most of the audience are excited. We're leapfrogging up and down on that feedback. You're invited to your best friend's place to take some amphetamines. Do you accept? No. My level of speed is good right now, thank you. Dodgy Sam says he can arrange a week of promotional interviews on local radio stations in the UK for next week. Do you want to do this? Yep. Ooh. Ah. Pretty dull. People jumping around. You're invited to your best friend's place to take some heroin. Do you accept? No. Boring as Oleander's bassist, percussionist. Your guitarist asks if you like some heroin. No. You are run down by a mad Frenchman in a 2CV. Luckily, you are not seriously injured. Good. No. Your guitarist says you'll never survive in the music industry without heroin. You're invited to a mate's place to take some cocaine. Do you accept? Yes, I do. A drunken personality clash with the bouncer. Plenty of applause and shout. Yeah, we did alright. What's our money like now then? F8. A few thousand quid. Nice. And what about our creativity? Wow, that's mega high. We better go. Can we record an album? Let's record an album. And let's go back to Rambling Manor Residential. Godfrey Cream says, "Hi, this session is going to be interesting, man. I can feel it in my bones. A friend recommends that you take some marijuana. Do you accept?" Yes. Your producer tells you to get lost. You're invited to a wild party by a mate. Do you agree to go? Yes. Stand the party. Expect things to go a bit strange on LSD. I think that is an understatement. Your mother offers you some heroin. Do you accept? Well, mother knows best, I guess. Let's take some. Your heroin makes you feel euphoric for a while. Your engineer asks you for your autograph. Oh, so we're starting to get there. Your keyboard player wants you to share some amphetamines. Do you accept? Are we still recording? Yes, we are. Do it. Amphetamines make you feel on top of the world. Your percussionist offers you some cocaine. Do you accept? Yes. Cocaine in your brain. Your keyboard player invites you out for a heavy drinking session. Do you agree to go? Yes. To Godfrey Cream's delight, the recording session is finished. Godfrey Cream says, "Well, that session was impressive, man. The final master sounds horribly terrible to you. You can't stand it." Dodgy Sam says it's average. What do you want to call the album? I'm not very good with original names. Lost in my head, man. What an unintelligent name. Your percussionist runs off to Dodgy Sam with the master mix to get the album ready for release. You are finished with Godfrey Cream and the Rambling Manor Residential Studios. Awesome. So, what are we doing now? Personal state. Happiness, we're not too happy. Money. You owe a few hundred quid. Alright, we're going to have to gig then. We'll do the local area, medium halls, and we're going to have to go for 9 weeks. Your record contracts with Small Time Records expires in a couple of months. Your manager Dodgy Sam is looking for a renewal or a better contract. You are offered a 1-year recording contract with Small Time Records with an advance of $1,300 and a good royalty rate. Well, we've just had that. So no. Let's see if they come back with anything better. I didn't get where I was today without telling Small Time Records to get stuffed. Dodgy Sam says he can get you the support to the Rusty Needle on their 7-week tour of large halls in the local area starting in 2 weeks' time. He advises you not to do it as you will get no money and you desperately need some. Do my own tour. Some marijuana again. Your guitarist asks if you would like some LSD. Do you accept? And I'm already tripping balls. Why not? Okay, bear with me. Dodgy Sam says he has a revised offer from Small Time Records for 2 years with an advance of 18,000 and a good royalty rate. And he's saying that's good. I prefer a 1 year, and it's only 5 grand extra. I'd expect at least 26 grand if I went for 2 years. If they offer me 13 for 1, no. Shirley support slot with Shirley Steele. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. Do our own. Let's take some speed. Dodgy Sam says he was revised offer from Small Time Records. 2 years with an advance of 28,000 and a good royalty rate. It's not bad. As I said, I just don't like the 2 year thing. I'd rather it just be for 1 year, so we'll reject that. Dodgy Sam says he can arrange a week of promotional appearances at record shops in the UK for next week. Do you want to do this? Yes, we do. Small Time Records for 2 years with an advance of 56,000 and a good royalty rate. Wow, they must really want me to stick about. No. No. Oh, Small Time Records for 1 year with an advance of 62,000 and a very good royalty rate. Now that is what I'm talking about. I shall accept that contract. 3 encores, Rowdy Bunch, 2 encores. Record company have decided to release a single in your name without consulting you. I told you not to sign up with Small Time Records, says Dodgy Sam. Liar! Liar! A hack from a fanzine reviewing one of your performances in the local area says 1 or 2 good numbers but generally poor. Screw you. Jim Blossom's a guitarist from Americans. You take some LSD. I'm depressed off that hack. So yes, I am. Oh. Everybody goes crazy. People are loving it. Keep taking the LSD. It's obviously working for us. Total hero worship. The crowd adore you. Idolise you. Tremendous reception. Awesome. Critics in local area generally like your new album, Lost in My Head, Man. A spokesman for the local radio station describes the record as perceptive and impressive. Critics in Europe generally quite like your new single, Blank, because I didn't release it officially. Good times. Let's gig again. Let's gig again. Let's go to the UK. We'll build on that, and we'll go to Medium Halls for 9 weeks. And we're rock stars. Let's just do it now. Let's take everything that comes our way. You like feeling decadent for a while. More marijuana, bring it on. Yes. Do you want to support the Fugees? Not really. Not really. Cocaine, bring me the cocaine. Lots of cocaine. Emergency tells you to put yourself. You're going to be rushed to hospital? What? Huh? Ah. So I died. Death, the ultimate trip. I didn't quite read what killed us. We'll have to have a look. Let's see what happened. So we were gigging. I collapsed of an overdose of heroin. You've been rushed to hospital. The doctors say your recovery will take several weeks to get well soon. Your worn out body gives up the ghost. So I died of a heroin overdose. Good riddance, say the press. Thank God, say your friends. Nice. Well. Okay then. No, yeah. Well, I suppose it's the fitting way to go. It seems to be the way that a lot of the people go. I wonder if I was 27. I wonder if I get to join the 27 club. Well, anyway. So we lasted 2 years and 51 weeks. I could have been a bit more conservative there and carried on playing and being even with the drugs, but I thought I'd push it at the end, and well, it was to my detriment. So yeah, not good. But let's have a quick look before we finish off. So did I get anything in the charts? No. 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 Okay. Okay, so we didn't make it in the charts. Oh, hang on. That was... what was that? Singles. What about albums? I released an album. No. 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 Okay, so we're unknown as far as that's concerned. The new ones are due out now, but so nothing's been released there. What about singles? Albums? Due out now, so not really. They're out, but not to the point where they could be rated, so maybe I should have held off a little bit. Tours, cool. Oh, tours. So year one, so warm, cool, warm, lively, cool. So they were okay. They were okay. We obviously started to lose it at the end there, so we went from warm to cool to warm to awesome to yeah. So I was must have been a major junkie at that point. Okay, polls. I don't suppose I'm going to rate if no. See, even a band called Helium Honkers has beaten me. Helium Honkers. No, I'm not in any of these. Oh, there I am. 86. See, I'm not forgotten. I'm not forgotten. There I am. See, I'm above the Verve, Dandy Warhols, Green Day. I'm better than Green Day. I'm better than REM. Guns N' Roses. Well, everyone's better than Guns N' Roses. Yeah, that's it though. Oh well. Okay. What do we finish on? So, personal say, well, we know we're knackered. Feedback from fans. They still love us in the local area. Yeah, can't review those, can we? No. And money. Your accountant tells you that you have tens of thousands. So at least I left something to my groupies, which is good. And the drugs. I don't take any drugs because, well, I'm dead. So there you go. That is So You Want to Be a Rockstar. Now you can get this. It's free. Well, I would say it's freeware. It's abandonware these days. So if you pop onto any abandonware website, you should be able to find that on there. You will need DOSBox in order to get it running. But once you do so, as you can see, it's an awesome game. It's a pick your own adventure, as it were. It's just a stylized pick your own adventure, but it is a lot of fun. And I do challenge you to play it on a harder difficulty because, well, you just saw what number 2 is. Have a go on number 5. You won't last very long. So thanks for watching, guys. I think I'm releasing these on a Friday, these little old style games. So have a good weekend, and I shall catch you on the next one. Take it easy.